Hey everyone, and welcome to this 11th CSS tutorial. In this video I'm going to be covering a bit about pseudo class selectors and what these are, how they can be used and why they're so cool. So pseudo class selectors basically let you select elements based on certain conditions such as their positioning, how the user's interacting with them, maybe their attributes. There's a lot of different types of pseudo class selectors, and they can be arranged into these four categories, which I'm going to go through now. So I'll start by showing you an example. This is a document that I created earlier. This stuff on the left is just ordinary HTML. We've already seen nothing new here. And then I've put some basic CSS in just to make it look a little bit nicer. I'll show you what it looks like before I start applying the class selectors. So this is the document we're going to be working with. So the first selector I'm going to show you is the hover selector. And you may have already seen this, it's quite cool. So to use this, you first type in the ordinary element selector that you'd like to do. So in this case, I want to select the H2 element, so I'm just going to type H2 like this. Then you use a colon, and after the colon, you type the name of the pseudo selector you like. So in this case, I want to do hover. And then you just do open and close curly braces as we've done before, and then the styles that you'd like to change if once the user is hovering over it. So in this case, I want to make the text pink, really bright pink. And then if I come here and refresh, you'll see everything looks the same now, but if I come up to where our H2 is here and hover over it, it's changed to bright pink. And there's other ways of doing this. You can do this in JavaScript, jQuery, but the quickest way it would be with CSS pseudo class selector. And in terms of browser compatibility, it's really good for pseudo selectors. You can, as long as you're not using anything older than Internet Explorer 8, then you'll have no problems with this. And you can change any style you want here. So you can have so if I want to make the text underline and pink, yeah, you can do it like that. So that's all quite straightforward. So now links. So you've probably noticed on links, these three lines here are links. By default, they're blue and underlined. Once you've visited them, they go purple and underlined. And if you've ever created a link and haven't put a href attribute on it, then it just looks like ordinary text. You can't click it. And yeah, it doesn't really look like a link. So these are the three links I just showed you. And the first pseudo selector relating to links I'm going to show you is called link. And you might think that using this, this might select all three links we've just seen and make all of them green. But actually, what link looks for is whether the link has got a valid href attribute. So in my three links here, I've got this one, it's got a href attribute. This has got an href attribute. This one hasn't. So if I save this, come here and refresh, you'll see that this it is green because it's got a valid href attribute. This remained black, this link, because it didn't have a valid href attribute, and this one remained purple because although it's got a valid href attribute, the visited class is overriding it. So now to look at the visited class, if I wanted to select all the visited links, you can literally just type in visited. Oh, purple wouldn't be a good colour because that's what it is normally. Say I want to make that orange and bold for every link that's been visited. Why didn't bold work? Oh well, it's turned orange because this link here has been visited before. This one hasn't been visited. So then if I visited this site, oh, it's not a valid website. If I did visit the site, it would become orange. Relating to links, there's also the class called activated, which happens while the user is clicking the link. That's what that will look like. The styles in that, but that works in a similar way to what we've already seen, so I won't go through that. So next I want to cover pseudo selectors related to positioning. So like for first child, parent. So here I've got a list item, an unordered list UL with 3 list items in it. So if I wanted to select the first child in this list item, I can type unordered list, which will just relate to all unordered lists. Here I've only got one, followed by first child, which is the name of that pseudo selector. And what this will do is it'll apply these styles to the first item in every unordered list. So say color equals, let's go with pink again. Refresh, and I've got to save that. Oh, that should actually be list item as well. So if I save that, refresh, and come to browser, you'll now see that the first list item is now pink. In the same way, I could do last child, spelled correctly, and that would select for last item. I can do nth child with the parameter of whatever number I like, and that will select whatever number is in there. So here I selected 2. And yeah, you can do obviously not just list items, you can be selecting anything in your document here. In the same way with paragraph tags, like I've got up here, you can do first, let's do, what should I do first? First letter. Sorry, I couldn't decide which one to do first then. Let's give this a larger font size, say 28 pixels, and make it bold. And then if I come over here, refresh, you'll see that the first letter of every P element, because I've got 2 P elements here, is bigger and bolder. In the same way, you can do first line, and I'll take that away. Refresh that, and what you notice about this is as we resize the document, it's always only the first line which remains bold, even though originally the first line came to about here. So that's the definite advantage of using those elements. So yeah, that's a quick introduction to the CSS pseudo class selectors. If you found this video helpful, then please subscribe to my channel. There's a link below to the website where if you want to view the source code and some more coding resources, and also a link below to the next video in this series. So thanks for watching.